Mate, how much is this industry worth?
Mate, it's the fourth largest criminal industry in the world, behind drugs, guns, and human trafficking. So it's worth billions of dollars each year, and for organised crime syndicates, whom we have to go up directly against in many cases, this is just another currency for them. They don't see animals in the bush; they see dollar signs running around.
That's extraordinary. I mean, we knew this was a big industry, but we didn't know it was the fourth largest. Our jaw kind of dropped when you said that.
Yeah.
Wow. So it sounds like a lot of it's coming from Asia. That's where the market seems to be for poaching.
Unfortunately, yes. And that filters down into a continent that, there's always going to be opportunistic people that want to make money. A continent that's going to have 2 billion people on it by 2040, according to the UN Population Division. So more and more people living alongside areas that these animals not only need to call home, but we as a generation need to hold on to for the preservation of biodiversity and life on Earth.
And are we talking about, is it simply a matter of, wealthy business people wanting a horn or a tusk in their office or home? Is it those kind of people that are buying these items, or where is the market coming from?
Yeah, exactly. A tusk can be used for trinkets, or it can be turned as a whole tusk into a carving and sold to a rising middle and upper class. And increasing in size and capacity, middle and upper class in China. Vietnam and China seem to be the drivers behind rhino poaching, where rhino horn is used in traditional medicine, but more so as a status-related good amongst the business and wealthy communities of Vietnam, where presenting someone with a piece of rhino horn is a demonstration of wealth and used during business transactions.
Wow. Okay. Can you give us some stats, perhaps, of which animals are most endangered, and what kind of numbers are we talking about for each species?
Yeah, so the black rhino is a species that's gone from over 1 million at the turn of the 19th century to less than 6,000 today, listed as critically endangered. This is an animal that we've been involved with trying to protect alongside the white rhinoceros. It's indicative not only of this species alone, but what we have been doing to nature as a whole, and not just in Africa, but across the world. Some of these species are almost like the canary in the mine shaft that tells us how we are doing as a global ecosystem. The elephant as well, another species that's heavily targeted, down to somewhere between 400,000 and 600,000 animals across the continent. We're protecting one of the largest remaining populations in the world at the moment in Zimbabwe's Lower Zambezi ecosystem. But again, a very small percentage of what was there 100 years ago remaining. When we structure the level of protection that we have to put on the ground around protecting animals like elephant and rhinoceros, these are the hardest animals to protect because of the levels that poachers are willing to go to try and kill them. When we're able to protect those two species, everything else is being looked after.
Mate, we've heard you say that the rhino is a keystone species. Can you tell us more about that and what would happen if the rhino were to go extinct?
Look, it is one of the animals, one of the big five, one of the reasons that people come to Africa for tourism. So much on this continent is in terms of income is generated through tourism. In terms of people putting their life on the line for animals, I work with hundreds of rangers every year. We employ our own rangers. We've trained over 500 rangers in the last 12 months alone. These are people that have given up absolutely everything in their life, absolutely everything, and they risk it on a daily basis to fight for what is right. And it is a human issue as well, because if we lose the areas that these people look after, then we as a species, we as a civilization, we lose the biodiversity that binds us all together, and then we become the endangered ones. So it's not just about animals, it's about the environment, it's about the backyard, the single backyard that we have in this planet called Earth, and what we've all got to live on and share. So the conservation side and the animal rights movement, I'd like to see pull closer together. These people out here have to walk around armed, facing sometimes terrorist groups, risking their life every single day out there to protect animals. The simplest way to protect animals, don't stick it in your fucking mouth. All right? People say, it's fucking hard to go vegan, I can't afford it, fucking wow. Don't stick the shit in your mouth. And if you do, don't call yourself a fucking animal lover, because you're full of shit.
I think that's what we call calling a spade in Australia. And, you know, you don't pull punches, and punches shouldn't be pulled when we're talking about other sentient beings' lives here. This is a matter of life and death. I love how you spoke about the interconnection.